Procedure to reduce a matrix to its row echelon form is explained in this video. There are three steps. In step 1, we are taking the given matrix. Consider the first row 1 R1. Check whether it is 0 row or a non-zero row. First, we should know 0 row means every entry of the row is 0. Non-zero means at least one of the element in the row is non-zero number. So if it is 0 row, first row is 0 row, then interchange the first 0 row with some non-zero row below that first row. Now, after interchanging the 0 row with some non-zero row, we are checking the first row first column element A11 is either 0 or non-zero. If it is non-zero, not equal to 0, go to step 2, sorry. Step 2, if the element is 0, then we have to proceed further in step 1. We are searching one row below the first row with first column element as non-zero. Then if it is obtained, we interchange the current row 1 with that row because the first row first column element is 0. So after interchanging, we go to step 2. If no such row occurs, uh, we take the next element of the first row, uh, that is A12. That means first row second column element. If it is not equal to 0, go to step 2, or if it is 0, again we are taking some non-zero row below that row with the second column element as not equal to 0. Interchange with the first row, then go to step 2. If no such row occurs, move on to the third element of first row. We continue the procedure till reaching a non-zero entry, which is known as pivot element, and the process is called pivoting. This pivot element of R1 is most important element because using this only we are doing step 2. So now we are having the equivalent matrix with non-zero element in first row, which is pivot element. Now step 2, consider that pivot element and using elementary transformations in the first row, make all the elements below the pivot as zeros. Now, after making all the elements below the pivot as zeros, we move on to step 3, which is nothing but we are considering the next row and do step 1 and 2 using rows below that row. If we are selecting a row and doing pivoting procedure means we should use all the rows below that row. This procedure is continued until all the rows are exhausted. Now all the textbook line steps are here given in detail. We can go through all those lines for more clarity.